Hi friends, welcome back again to my channel. This is Niraj here from Moscow, and I have some great news and not so great news to start with. The great news is that US last night kind of approved the administration of a stimulus package of $2 trillion, and also the better part was that they said that they will do whatever is required. However, how much more is required, the resources they will be ready to pump into the economy, so that to kickstart economy which is world over halted or jolted by this pandemic coronavirus. And not so great news in the sense that because if USA is pumping money into this market, that means that all the funds or the fund managers will withdraw money from the other emerging markets, which has already kind of locked down, and economy is hurtling very badly into the other emerging markets, and there are questions about the certainty of an uncertainty regarding this economic future of all the other markets. So what is the best part is that you withdraw money from this risky zones and get into the risk free or the risk averse zone is that USA market. So that it is, in a way, this is going to hurt most of these emerging markets including India. And another news I wanted to just now share is that just now even the Russian president, where I am this resident here, so Mr. Putin came on the TV, and in a message to the nation he also announced a complete lockdown, or I would not say lockdown, a kind of a closure for 1 week of this Russia, from starting from this Saturday 27th of March and up to the 5th April 2020 Sunday, that all the businesses, all the offices, restaurants, cafes, shops, malls will be closed, but only this normal grocery or product shops, apteka means pharma shops. So whatever that's for life saving or for general normal life, what is required, the food and all this only shops will be working, and the transportation, local transportation, that public transportation will be working. But other all these things, they have also just now announced, and also he has announced some kind of a financial or fiscal announcement to help or support the businessman or the economy in going through this thing. In this, he announced the first time that there will be a tax on the dividend as well as the interest from the banks, which Russia never had till now. But the good thing is that this tax will be on the above profit of above 1 million ruble, and or the interest of above 1 million ruble from the banks. So it will be taxed as per the tax rate, which is 13% in Russia. Okay, having said that, now what everybody is, I've taken out this video in the sense that still sitting at home or wherever we are at home only in the world, markets is continuing any case. So we look at the future that any case some one day this epidemic will finish and everything will come back to normal. Yes, it will definitely happen, but when, because that is not the thing. But still, looking at all these things, we can look at some of this. My idea or my view is that you should, as an investors, one should start looking at the government companies, or the companies catering to the government sector, or companies which are kind of a semi-governmental in the collaboration with the government. Basically, you look at this kind of a company, government companies. And second is that look at the valuation, because in recent turmoil in the market where everything had crashed down, many of these companies, government companies, are trading below their replacement value, much below their replacement value, in the sense that they are available at half of this price of what if today somebody wants to set up that plant and set up that industry. You are getting that company in the stock market at almost half of the value, which is called replacement value. So I have screened some of these companies for your benefit, and I would just recommend, or I would just share those names with you, where that price to book value is less than half, or around 0.7 to 1. Dividend, it's all government companies are the dividend paying company, so the dividend yield is more than 3%. And the best part is that most of these companies will have a net cash, means there is no debt on the books. So even they in such a downturn business, you should look at the companies which are cash rich, which are having cash more than the debt, so that they can even repay all the debt, but still they will have they don't have to, they don't go out of the business, they can survive this downturn. So let me just name some of these companies. You can and then look at it into the market when it opens, and you can look in for the long term investment. The first company is, you can always look into this oil and gas companies like ONGC, Bharat Petroleum, Indian Oil, but I would not recommend at this point of time this oil and gas company, energy companies, government companies also, because what is happening in the oil gas market because of this OPEC and Saudi Arabia and all these things. So we are still in a very bad zone. So you can just little bit watch from the sidelines, and when suddenly some more correction happens, that is the time you can invest into this oil and gas government companies only. Another some of these companies, then there are companies like in chemicals and fertilizer, where the government companies like Gujarat Narmada Valley Fertilizer Company. Then there is Gujarat Alkalis and Chemical, GACL. So all these companies, they are trading at 1/3 or the 40% of their book value, and they are net cash companies, having means there is a negative debt. They don't have cash is more than what is a debt on the books. Then there is the third company which I would suggest is a small mid cap company. It's called 𝗦𝗛𝗔𝗛-𝗦𝗧𝗢𝗖𝗞 Pipes, which is basically into the supplying of this sewerage and drainage DI pipes to the government. And this is also a company which has a very good dividend yield, as well as it is trading at less than that half of this book value, and it is having a net cash on this. It means that cash is more than that. It's a cash rich company. Cash is more than the debt of the company. And another fourth company is Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizer. This is also a fertilizer company with dividend yield of more than 5% and book value, and currently it is trading at less than 1/3 of the book value. And it is also a cash rich company in the sense that they have a more cash than the debts on the book. So in nutshell, you please stay safe at home, don't venture out, and fight this corona with this upbeat attitude. Everything will be fine, but you need to be cautious and don't be brave and just jump into the market because the market on the hopes of stimulus and all this thing has started. Wait for the opportunity, and I'm sure still this fight and distress is not over. So definitely market will give you opportunity, another crash, another downturn, and you can look into these government companies with cash rich, trading below replacement values, and high dividend yield companies, as well as some of these companies which I just mentioned this name, which has more cash on the books compared to the debt. Thank you very much once again, and if you like and subscribe, you please subscribe it and share it with your friends. These are some of the ideas. Till the time we come up with some more new ideas and more new views. Take care. Have a good day.